In question 3, we are given these 4 equations that you see. For each equation, we have to give the steps we will use to separate the variable and then solve the equation. So let's start with the first equation in part A. The equation is 3n minus 2 is equal to 46. So we have to separate the variable n. So what we'll do is we'll first get rid of this minus 2 on the LHS by adding 2 on both sides. So let's add 2 on both sides. Okay, so the original LHS is 3n minus 2. The original RHS is 46 and we are going to add 2 on both sides. Now the minus 2 and plus 2 terms cancel out and 46 plus 2 is 48. So we get 3n on the LHS and 48 on the RHS. But the variable n is still not separated. So to separate the variable n, we will need to divide by 3 now because we have 3n on the LHS. So the second step is divide by 3 on both sides. Alright, so the original LHS for this equation is 3n, the original RHS is 48, and let's divide by 3 on both sides. So we get 3n by 3 and 48 by 3 on the RHS. So the 3's on the LHS cancel out and 48 by 3 is 16. So this gives us n is equal to 16. So the solution for the first equation is n is equal to 16. Now let's do part B. In part B, the equation is 5m plus 7 equal to 17. So first we will get rid of this plus 7 by subtracting 7 from both sides. So we will subtract. So the first step is that we will subtract 7 from both sides. Alright, let's do that. So the original LHS is 5m plus 7. The original RHS is 17. And now let's subtract 7 from both sides. So minus 7 and minus 7. Now these 7's cancel out and 17 minus 7 is 10. So we get the equation 5m equal to 10. So the variable m is still not separated. We have 5m on the LHS. So now we will divide by 5 on both sides. So divide by 5 on both sides because we need to get m on the LHS. So for this equation 5m equal to 10, the original LHS is 5m and the original RHS is 10. And now we will divide both of these by 5. So we get 5m by 5 and 10 by 5. So on the LHS the 5's cancel out and 10 by 5 is 2. So we get m is equal to 2. So the solution for the second equation is m is equal to 2. In part C, the equation is 20p by 3 is equal to 40. So first we can get rid of this 3 in the denominator by multiplying by 3 on both sides. So multiply both sides by 3. So this can be our first step. So let's carry out this step. So we have 20p by 3, the original LHS, equal to 40, the original RHS, and we will multiply by 3 on both sides. So these 3's cancel out and on the RHS we have 40 into 3, that's 120. So we get the equation 20p is equal to 120. Now to separate out p from 20p, we will need to divide by 20 on both sides. So divide by 20 on both sides. This is our second step. So let's carry out this step now. So we get 20p equal to 120 and we are dividing both sides by 20. So the 20's here cancel out on the LHS. On the RHS we have 120 by 20 equal to 6. So we get p is equal to 6. So this is the solution for the equation in part C. finally, we are now going to do part D. In part D, the equation is 3p by 10 is equal to 6. This equation is kind of similar to the one in part C. We have this 10 in the denominator. Let's first get rid of this 10 by multiplying both sides by 10. So we will multiply both sides by 10. Okay. So we have the original LHS 3p by 10. The original RHS is 6, and we're going to multiply both of these by 10. Alright, so what does this give us? The 10s cancel out and 6 into 10 is 60. So we get the equation 3p is equal to 60. Now we have 3p on the LHS. We have still not fully separated the variable. So to go from 3p to p, we will need to divide by 3 on both sides. So divide by 3 on both sides. This is our second step. So let's carry out this step. We have 3p on the LHS, we have 60 on the RHS. We are going to divide both of these by 3. So this is what we get. Now the 3's cancel out and 60 by 3 is 20. So we obtain p is equal to 20. This is the solution of the equation in part D. And with that, we have completed question 3.
To learn more about how QMath can help you crack school and board exams, explore QMath Leap, a live online classroom program run by highly experienced and committed teachers.